Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again. Sorry, I have a cold. Someone was so selfish and rude that they had a cold and they didn't cover their mouth when they coughed. So I got a cold like over the weekend. I had like a dry throat like late last week and it turned into a cold. So, yeah. Anyways, this is going to be a little quick review. Safi was supposed to do it, but she just doesn't really do anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I want to upload it. I don't want to have to upload it at home later in the day. I just want to get it done. Uh, I watched Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog straight out of nowhere. And I actually enjoyed this quite a bit. I thought it was a fun movie. I thought it was funny. I liked seeing them team up. There were some things that I didn't like, but overall I was positive about it. I thought that it had a good story, and sorry about that. It had a good story, and it had some really funny moments and I really loved how it stayed true to both shows, and they really did a good job of combining them. And like I loved the part where they're in the mayor's house, and it felt like Scooby-Doo, and then they leave there and it felt like Courage. It just felt like such a great mashup. And I honestly, I give it a B plus/A minus. I really didn't have many flaws, but the flaws sort of stick out a little bit for me not to give it an AA plus. I still would highly recommend it. I thought that it just was really good. It was a lot better than I expected because I saw the trailer and I wasn't really feeling the cicadas who were the main villains. And so I wasn't really excited about the cicadas. But when you actually watch it, they're good villains. They're funny, and there's a lot of great moments, a lot of funny moments. This was like a true. It was really special. It was a special movie, and I think that everyone will love it if they watch it and give it a chance. Now, the flaws were I noticed some agendas. It felt like the female characters were dominating everything. They knew how to do everything better than the men. They did everything for the men. And it felt like everything in the movie happened all because of the female characters. And I really didn't like that. It really just stuck out. And honestly, part of the reason I wanted Safi to watch it is because I wanted to know if she agreed with me. Because honestly, it was a little like cringy at times, like what they would do. Like they would have the woman do something, then the man did something, and he would suck at it, and then the woman would do it, and she'd be like, "Ahem, this is how you do it," and it's like, ugh, gross. I see what you're doing here. There was this one part where the men and the women split up aside fucking Fred, who's basically gay. They split up, and Fred. I would say Fred was the worst. The Scooby characters were the worst part of this movie. They really did not get the spotlight as much as they could have. I felt like Fred was really, really not great in this. Shaggy, he was trash. He gave a speech. He gave a motivational speech near the end. That's about all he contributed. And Scooby near the end. Spoiler alert: Scooby literally sits on the sidelines watching Courage dominate everything, which I thought was hilarious because if this is a crossover, they should have them both get equally cool moments, and so I thought that was kind of shitty that they didn't give that to Scooby. Scooby sat on the sidelines, and they gave a huge spotlight to Muriel, and Eustace and Courage. I mean, they were basically the main characters, and then Velma. Velma was also basically the hero of the story. And that's fine. I mean, it's not the fact that I don't like them. It's just that it felt so unequal the way that it happened in this movie, especially if they never make one again. It feels like, ugh, I wish that the male characters had gotten to do some cool stuff too, instead of just sitting on the sidelines. And I mean, Courage was basically the star of the show at the end, but he basically was able to do it because of the women, because of their information and everything that they gave him. It didn't really bother me that much. It's just something that stuck out to me, and so I thought that I should mention it because I don't think that a lot of other people will mention it or will even say it that it happened. Uh, but it's not that bad in that way. Uh, Another thing was that I didn't really like the rap song. I thought that that was like the most obvious millennial thing to do. Like, oh, okay, just because this is a 2021 show or movie, you have to have a rap song. And so you have, oh, wait, okay, I know my number one flaw. Okay, the rap song, it was funny and good, but I didn't like that they did it in the first place. I didn't think it fit. I felt like it was a huge. It was so jarring when they cut to that, and it really did not fit at all. It felt like a huge joke, but it's fine. Again, I still give this like a B plus or A minus. I still really liked it. It's just these a couple of little things stuck out to me, in comparison to all the good things. And the good things, all the acting was perfect. I love the villains, even like the real villains, and so that was good. And I love the butler and everything, and the maid. They were really funny too. I think it was like Mr. and Mrs. Glockenspiel. And then they had a museum showing all the Courage villains, which was cool. But my main flaw was about Muriel. Muriel was the star of this movie, and that's fine with me because she died recently, and so it's cool that she got to have a spotlight on her. As if only they could have given some sort of cool stuff for the male characters as well. Like at some point, like just some random little thing, like Shaggy makes a sandwich and he can't even make a sandwich right. I mean, that's Shaggy's main thing is making sandwiches because he's got the munchies because he's high, and yet he can't even make a sandwich right because he's got to make fart noises with the mustard. I mean, that's just fucking retarded. I hated that too. I thought like, wow, like Shaggy could have had like a nice little moment here. He knows how to make sandwiches, but no, they have to ruin that too. But Muriel gives Courage and Scooby Courage snacks. And then she whispers to Daphne that she just bought them from the store. And I actually thought that this was really disrespectful to Muriel because, I know that lots of people have done that. I know that lots of older people have done that before. They buy something from the store, then they disguise it and say that they actually made it. But to have Muriel be one of the ones who did that, I don't think so. That was trash. Muriel is awesome, and she should have made them herself. I really did not like that, and I really wish that joke would have been left out. Maybe you could have just had like Daphne say, "Are those store bought?" and then like they leave it up to our interpretation or something. But, I really didn't like that because Muriel, grandmothers know how to make good food. And so I really just think that she should have made them herself, because that's her character. She's awesome. She can do everything. She's the best. And so that really kind of tarnished her character a little bit to have it where she buys store-bought snacks. And I mean, haven't they done that before with Scooby-Doo where they fucking admitted that they bought the snacks from the store Or like he should. I think he knows that they buy them from the store, though. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember. I've seen so many different Scooby things, so I don't know. But those things really stuck out to me. I didn't like those things that I mentioned, but other than that, I really liked it, and I highly recommend it. It was better than so many of the things that came out this year, like all these stupid live action movies that are supposed to be like these special important releases that like, oh, you gotta see that, you gotta see that, you gotta go see Spiral from the Book of Saw. Trash. Courage meets Scooby, and let me tell you something. Courage and Scooby make a great duo too, and so I actually think that if they made another movie that, just have it be Courage and Scooby, just them by themselves. Like, have it be where the Scooby gang and Eustace and Muriel, where they disappear and they get kidnapped or something, and then Scooby and Courage have to spend the whole movie trying to find them and find out what happened to them. And they would be the stars. I think that would actually be pretty good. Because if you're not going to give the male characters cool things to do, and you're only going to give the female ones, then just have them all out of the show and just have it be the dogs. Because I would prefer that than to have it be this kind of feminazi type of thing where and I hate to say that because it's not like I wanted it to be that way. It's just that it really, it just like it happens so many times. Like it's fine if it happened like once or twice, but it happened over and over and over again where you had the female characters outdoing the male ones. It was just really weird. It was really it was obvious. It was so obvious. It was weird. And then sorry. And then it ended with this like dancing scene with I hated that too. They had this black matter asteroid that is the reason why nowhere is nowhere, and it's weird and monsters go there and are attracted there. And they take this black matter asteroid and they use it as a disco ball. I thought that was the stupidest thing. That's like in Loki where they had the Infinity Stones be used as paperweights. Like that's what that reminded me of. I really didn't like that. But it's fine because it was just like a goofy, kiddish ending. It is a kids show, and so sometimes there will be some stupid, kiddish things that you notice. So please like this video if you liked it. Comment, tell me what you thought. Or did you think that there was an agenda? Because I was trying to think like really hard. Like, is it an agenda? Is this really like what I'm thinking it is? Is it what I'm seeing? Like, is it just me or what? Like, I was really like debating what I should say. And then also subscribe to see more reviews because I'll definitely try to review more Scooby stuff that comes out. I hope that more comes out because this was good. And, honestly, I prefer this instead of having like a show where you have a lot of questionable episodes. If you just want to do like one movie a year, maybe you could even do an anthology movie where you have like a bunch of different stories in one movie. Like like they used to pair all those episodes and have like, this pack of 3 episodes is for the spooky pirate Scooby episodes and like that was cool. They should do more of that and less of like making full shows that might not be very good in the end. So goodbye everybody, see you soon.